So this week we had to learn about like a standardized patient experience, which we had to read a couple of articles, and I think it was really interesting because I feel like it's something really important because as not just as an athletic trainer but as a healthcare provider, you need to know like how to communicate with the patients so they can like believe in you and like trust on what you're doing. Because if they don't want, they just don't want to be treated by you, and they might not even want to come back the next day. So I think it's something that is like essential for any kind of healthcare provider. Um, as a student, I think it's like something really useful that all the students should go through. For example, I feel like the best one is the college setting because, for example, I'm 22 and right now I'm in Missouri State football. So some of the players are even like older than me. So I feel like when I talk to them, I feel like I was talking to just like random friends. So I feel like really comfortable, and that has helped me to like develop communication skills that helps me to communicate with like younger like high school kids or like older people like when I'm like practicing with my professors and stuff like that. So as I say, I think it's like a very important skill that people should not like just like take for granted. Uh, as a professional, same thing. You cannot just like be good at what you're doing, but not be good like at communicating with the others, because you might like even if you know all the answers, it's kind of useless if you don't know how to communicate that to the patients, because you might like know the answer for every single problem that patients come to like complain about, but if you don't know how to communicate that those answers, they are just not gonna trust you and they're gonna think that you don't know what you're doing. So as I said, I think it's something that should not be taken for granted, especially for athletic trainers or any kind of healthcare provider. I don't think it's something that could be like educated for experienced athletic trainers, because like they already went through all the education. They have already been through all settings. You can always like keep learning it, keep like becoming a better communicator, but at the same time, they're not, what they learn is not gonna be as much as what students are gonna learn. Also, they already have like the type of like population they're like gonna work with. It's pretty much already set up, so it's not something that, because it's not something that's really gonna change. They are already used to it. Um, Something that I would really like to like start like having some practice on is like emergency care, because I feel like those are situations where you need to like keep your head like cold. It's not something that you can like just practice with your classmates or anything, because it's obviously not the same practicing with your classmates than an actual emergency, like a football player screaming that he doesn't feel his legs. So I feel like I would like to try that sometime. I'm not saying that I obviously would not like somebody to go through that, but if it happens, I feel like it will be like a good experience to have to avoid any tragedy in the future. Besides that, I feel like all the experience that we're going through right now, like on the MIT program, is like really good. It's like really useful. Like we're gonna be working with like college students, high school students, like general population at health tracks. So I feel like that should be enough for me to like know how to like treat with all types of like people that come into the clinic, asking for some help. Um, yeah. So as I said, I feel like it's something really important for students, for professionals as well. But for professionals, it's something like they're not gonna learn as much as the students. So it's something that should be emphasized mostly on the students, because they are the ones that are gonna like use that the most. Um, yeah, I feel like personally my communications skills are pretty good with the athletes. They like what they do. They trust me, and I have to like keep learning and keep doing the same with other kinds of populations like high school or older people at health tracks.